Hey everybody, Joey Good here, aka mclazyj. We're back. Sorry about that. Took a little longer on hold than I thought. Oh, I gotta turn on my TV. Whew. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing okay, can't complain. It is Wednesday, halfway through the week already. It kind of helps when you get a day off. So, when we last played on Sunday, we had just finished Galen, his quest, and Galen's quest was, yeah, I know I'm off center because it's just how I have my camera set up. Sorry, just got a deal. Galen had finished his investigation of our money guy, Jason Moore, I think was his name. And I suspect that he's not dead because we found the head of the bodyguard in the down in the garbage.
Just one more, and then you can go rest.
All right. Thanks, Ms. Ortiz.
That's our food.
Do you think it will take long?
Oh, excuse me. Well, what are we supposed to be doing? Go talk to Beryl in his apartment. Okay.
A message from Caius. Need you downstairs. Urgent issue. Bad timing. I'm going to have to choose. Help Caius or speak with Beryl.
Oh, let's see. Caius. Yeah, I think I need to go see Caius. He might be the more important of the two right now because he's the security guy. Well, my fear is that might cost me something in my relationship.
We're waiting for Mr. Leto's signal. Until then, if you have any questions, save them. Guys,
I want a report on his
problem.
activities pronto. I don't like the sound of that at all. Oh, there you are. Follow me, please. We'll speak in private.
Okay.
You wanted to see me?
Happy to see you, Caleb. We don't usually let anybody down here,
Caleb. I thought
but
it was
I can bend
Galen.
the rules for you.
To what do I owe this honor?
I need you. Something's come up. On the night of the attack, someone sent a message to an unauthorized recipient.
Is that a problem?
Could be a major one. Not a lot of people can do that, you know.
Who could have done that?
That's precisely the question I want you to answer. Caleb, I need your help. I get the feeling that it's all connected. It's too huge to be a coincidence.
Do you suspect anyone in particular?
Jara Drory.
What you're telling me is extremely serious. I hope you have proof.
If I did, do you think I'd be asking for your help? But I wouldn't accuse her unless I had serious doubts. Think it through carefully. For starters, she's one of the few who knows how the system works.
She'd be able to cover her tracks, wouldn't she?
Maybe. But maybe she made a mistake.
I don't know. Jara has most likely been destroyed by now.
Do you have any evidence supporting what you're suggesting? Anyways, nothing concrete. Just a hunch, if you want to call it that. In my place, under the current circumstances, I can't really go poking my nose in her business.
And I can.
Nobody will
Hold on a
bother
second.
you. I'm not asking for much. Just take a look in Jara's room to see if you can find anything that ties her to any of this. And if you could do it quickly.
Why?
Because I'm about to erase a ton of data. It's the Code Red protocol.
Oh.
Since Jara vanished, the prince wants her personal data to disappear along with her. That doesn't give us much time. You in?
I could maybe go and take a look around.
Great. I found a key to her room. Take it.
Thanks.
It's our last chance to recover the data from Jara Drury's computer before everything disappears for good. Just insert this thumb drive and it will download everything I need. If she betrayed us, I'll know.
Fine. I'll go see what I can find.
Thanks.
Let's hope this doesn't come and bite me in the ass.
If you could keep this just between you and me,
Fine.
and don't come back to see me here. It's supposed to be sealed. It'll look suspicious. I'll send in an engineer after you. Give him the drive when you're done, but don't tell him anything. We have to keep this between us.
As you wish.
Interesting. Okay. Gotta love a patient elevator that'll wait for me.
Caleb, our secret agent is back already. The soldier is on furlough.
Not for long, I'm afraid. The prince will undoubtedly have some new task for me.
At least she trusts you. She hardly speaks at this point. Even Beryl is in the dark.
He's not used to that. It'll be good for him. I heard you were doing business with him.
It's something to do with the Rosemont Society, my foundation. Why?
Wow. Yes, finally.
I'm afraid that in the current situation, it could create confusion. I just want to get things straight.
There's nothing confusing about it. We inflate the value of the paintings we sell. It's the art world. That's how it works. All I can tell you is that Beryl's really the one who is in charge of it. Are you still not talking?
You could say that.
Any regrets?
I'm planning to make up for it with Fang.
Oh, so that's why you've become attached to that girl.
I'm not attached to her. She's an asset for the camarilla, and a necessary balance to temper Beryl's wicked games.
Personally, I find that giving a child so much power is dangerous. The problem is that you have to watch them all the time. Otherwise, they end up making a mess of things.
But trying to influence them is pointless.
Must be subtle about it, that's all. I give Emem just enough freedom so that she doesn't completely hate me. But I know exactly how to make her do whatever I want.
Interesting.
Do you really think you'll have time to embrace Fang?
What do you mean?
Well, with all the elders gone, who knows who'll be next?
That's not something I'm willing to discuss with you.
Suit yourself.
No, excuse me, I have to go.
Of course.
Mr. Bazori, your child left a few minutes ago.
It's locked from the inside.
I get that. That's not what I'm looking for. Come on.
There's no point in insisting.
The prince didn't ask you for your opinion.
Hazel can't just ignore me and then call me in like this. Now get out of here before I make your blood boil.
Mr. Siaka, you're taking a big risk.
There we go. Interesting. Just doing some exploring. I know I already looked in here once, but
It appears that this place was hidden with an illusion. It's not like Jara to let that kind of thing wear off. Jara always was old-fashioned. Whatever's in this box must be important.
so I have to find a combination.
Jara has always been wary of new technology. Jara has always been wary of new technology.
So 1, 2, 3.
Jara was conducting her own investigation.
Corvus, decrypted conversation.
Expecting that.
Corvus, you use the old code. The most recent one has been compromised. No, it's a good idea. Okay.
It appears Caius was wrong. He and Jara may have been looking for the same individual.
Huh. Somebody from external has been...
That should take less than a minute.
So... there is part of me that wonders if I'm getting scammed by Caius.
I hope Caius will be able to use what's on this thumb drive. I think that's everything. Now it's Caius's turn.
Hello, Mr. Vizori. Mr. Leto asked me to wait until you were done. He also told me you'd have something for me.
Here it is. Give it to him, and him alone.
And don't ask any questions. I get it. Are you done here?
You may proceed.
Thanks.
Oh boy, yeah.
What he's doing. Hazel is probably ready to see me now. I won't make her wait. I've seen princes come and go. In the end...
Caleb, I was wondering when I'd run into you.
Victoria, what a surprise.
Victoria, what a surprise.
Walk among us.
I'm always where you'd least expect me. It feels like I've been away for ages. Boston has changed so much. The only thing that hasn't changed is your steadfast presence at court.
Is that a problem?
You know it's not. I'm just surprised, that's all. There's a whole world outside this city, you know?
I'll serve our family as long as it needs me.
You are a reassuring presence. I must admit I was a bit surprised not to find Quentin King in charge.
Quentin gave in to the beckoning 4 years ago. Ms. Iverson runs Boston now.
How droll. I never thought King would give up his precious crown. He was so attached to it.
Well,
Iverson is lucky she can count on your loyalty. You're a valuable resource, Caleb, especially in times like these.
I'm only doing my duty.
Ever the cheerful one.
okay.
So many elders are gone, and yet, here you are. How is it possible?
Because I want to. That's all. I enjoy my existence. Why give it up?
But you must also feel that force. Insistent calling. Night after night.
Yes, but unlike so many others, I have a reason to resist. Don't you?
I still have some ties that keep me here. I won't leave without having one more child.
You're sure taking your time.
I'm waiting for the prince's blessing. It shouldn't be long now. Fang will be embraced soon.
Fang! Oh yes, I see. She seems charming, spirited even. You have a knack for finding true gems. I remember your sire, Jean-Baptiste Tavernier, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct.
I didn't see him at court. I remember he was very popular back in the day.
He left with all the others.
Oh. I know the two of you were very close. His absence must have left quite the void.
The first few years were hard. I had a lot of respect for the man. His departure was like a betrayal to me. He left me alone, in charge of a city without a prince, surrounded by neonates. It was unfair.
I understand. You deserve better than that.
Not just me. The whole court fell apart when the Ancilli disappeared one by one. Building it back up was an ordeal.
But you did it, and you should be proud of what you've accomplished.
Pride is for the ambitious. I'm just doing my duty.
As always.
You seem to have met Feng.
We had the chance to talk last night. She was pacing the floor while you were gone.
I told her to keep quiet.
And she did. She's a smart, young woman of great consequence. You shouldn't treat her like a child.
The court is full of predators. Feng is easy prey in the eyes of many.
She's more resourceful than you think.
Not against kindred this old.
Ugh. Oh, Caleb, please. Is it her pretty face that's got you acting like a knight in shining armor?
Wow.
I'm just trying to protect her.
That's what I'm saying. I've had my share of protective followers too. Men who thought they could use their power to protect my delicate nature. I've survived longer than them all.
I'm not overprotective of her, if that's what you mean.
That's not the impression you give off. I hope you're able to find a balance, or you'll both suffer.
Fair enough.
I hadn't heard you were coming to Boston.
Indeed. I wouldn't be stuck in this tower if I hadn't gotten wind of your arrangement with Hartford.
Well, isn't that a shame?
It's not been a complete waste. I met your prince, and I got to see a few old friends. I just hope it's not at the cost of my unlife.
You don't seem to be hurt. I take it you weren't at the party last night.
No, she was not at the party.
Your prince's personal suite. We hadn't even left yet when the Code Red was initiated.
Good timing.
Good timing indeed. When I think that the Second Inquisition's butchers were lying in wait, I'd shiver, if I could.
My obligations to Hazel kept me away from the court last night. Did I miss anything important?
No, nothing much. I ran into Burrell. He was with your charming little protege.
I don't like the sound of that. Did you hear their conversation?
That would have been very impolite of me.
Good evening.
Goodbye, Caleb.
Time to get to the prince.
The prince is ready to see you now.
All right.
Great.
Dang.
Galen,
My prince.
we were expecting you.
How may I be of service to you this time?
One thing at a time. The situation has changed. The money is gone. The accounts have been emptied.
What? That's impossible.
Only Jason Moore could have transferred the money. The situation is dire.
Moore would never have done it on his own. He would never have dared.
I agree. It's much too bold a move for him.
Yeah.
And that's what concerns me the most.
Doesn't seem like
Someone
him.
used him to attack us. Someone who was extremely well prepared.
enemies are everywhere. They're not just kindred.
No, the kind have no knowledge of our business. It's someone with diverging interests from our own. Someone on the inside.
If there's a traitor among us, I'll have their head.
One thing at a time. I'll take care of the traitor, personally. Failure is a luxury we will soon be unable to afford. If you have nothing more to say, we can move on to the reason I sent for you.
What did you think about Richard Dunham's file?
Money that should be going to me seems to go missing whenever he touches it. Richard is far too important to me. I can't afford to upset him now. But if his research doesn't pay off soon, I won't hesitate to show him my disappointment.
Did you read Jorodori's file?
I wish I'd never seen it.
There's too much I despise in it.
She never mentioned she was monitoring the Primogen's finances.
But she's not here to shed any light on it. I'm listening.
I've asked for your presence here because I have a new mission for you. Delsin was able to track down the men who attacked us.
It wasn't easy, but it was impossible for them to disappear without leaving a trace after what they did yesterday.
Where are they hiding?
Long Island.
Yes, of course. An abandoned facility just off the coast. An old fort. It's the ideal place for a secret base.
And certainly much more. Who knows what they're up to out there?
Okay.
How is it we didn't notice a thing?
They have abundant resources, and we're short on eyes.
It doesn't matter. We'll find the people responsible for the situation later. Our most pressing issue is preventing them from striking us again.
How?
I thought it would be finding the money.
And kill their leader.
Sending me there. That seems to be a rather bold choice.
I don't see anyone better for the job.
Infiltration isn't really my specialty.
You'll be dealing with Kine. You'll be a fox in a henhouse. I'm not worried about you. And Delsin knows how to get you in.
Oh, that changes everything.
They evacuated the bodies from the site of the party, which is how we were able to pick up their trail.
Okay.
Small, nondescript warehouse at Jeffrey's Point. As far as we can tell, their transfers from Boston to Long Island are made by boat. To avoid drawing attention to themselves, they've chosen to employ only small craft. There are bodies packed in the warehouse waiting to be shipped over. Do you get the picture?
Dump in with a crate.
Disguise myself ready to be evacuated.
Exactly. All you have to do is stop simulating your vital functions for a few hours.
It's risky.
It's risky, but it's now or never. We might never get another opportunity. We have to try.
The last transfer is probably going to take place tonight. After that, there's no way of knowing when we'll get another chance.
So...
I need to know the details.
Let us worry about getting you into the warehouse. We've made all the preparations. You won't have to worry about a thing until you get to Long Island.
We know where they are. Why go through their warehouse?
Charging
Curious question.
Far too risky.
And with a traitor in our midst, I'd rather keep this to a small circle of trusted people, to avoid any other unpleasant surprises.
And after that?
Once you're on the island, you'll be in uncharted territory.
Mm.
You'll be on your own.
Who is my target?
Walter Stanford.
He's the head of the Boston Task Force. He's part of what they call the Society of Leopold.
Someone else will take his place.
No need for you to worry about that for the time being. Your mission is to eliminate Stanford, and that's all.
Okay.
What do we know about this Stanford?
Not much. They're very careful. He was sent from the Vatican, and he brought other fanatics with him. If he's here, it means that Rome has faith in him. And that can't be good for us.
He's got to be taken out.
Sorry, it's my phone.
What's the Vatican getting out of all this?
Your guess is as good as mine. But it seems that the kind are trying to get a better understanding of us in order to hunt us more effectively. These priests have been our enemies for ages. They have knowledge.
Putting an end to them is crucial. We must keep our enemies from unifying their strength.
Okay.
I don't wish to be the bearer of ill tidings, but what if I fail? Do you have a backup plan?
Caleb, you won't fail. You're our only hope. We place all our trust in you to complete this essential mission.
There's no room for error, Bazori.
No pressure.
Aren't you worried someone will tip off the SI? There's still a traitor among us.
The traitors, my department. You need to strike quickly, and don't let anyone know of your plans. We can't take the slightest risk.
Okay. So essentially, we're going on a mission, and we're not going to tell anybody, right. So hopefully that will mean no one...
Very well. Then you...
no one rats us out.
Already lost enough time.
Very well. My prince.
I'm finding a lot of places where things can happen. Need to be a little intimidating. Oh, this is gonna be uncomfortable. We told her that we have to tell her that we're giving up part of Boston.
I'm guessing you tipped Bazori off to the traitor?
Yes.
Any news?
Nothing since Richard's report. My city is in danger. Everything I've built, all the dreams I've invested. That Judas is a threat to everything.
Not for long. You'll bounce back.
Yes. Congratulations on your negotiations with the Chantry. Our agreement with Hartford is crucial.
I almost didn't make it out. I could have ended up a guinea pig in their strange experiments.
Don't be ridiculous. We would have realized you'd gone missing soon enough.
Okay.
I would have sent someone to get you. Ugh, that's enough brooding. That's not why I brought you here.
That is a power move jumpsuit right there.
What a surprise.
About what I told you earlier concerning Delson and Long Island. I've got a plan.
Oh, I know that look. Hazel.
This is the best moment to strike.
That sounds like the definition of rushing into things.
Yes, but we have no choice. Delson?
We need to blind them from the inside. They know too much about it. We have to change that. For that, we need someone to hit them with a surprise attack from within their compound.
I wish that person luck.
It's you.
That's way out of my league.
Hazel's not asking for your opinion. You proved you were reliable with Hartford. We need your skill sets for such a risky and vital task.
That's precisely what got me on edge.
It's your chance to prove to the court once and for all that you deserve a place on the council, Emem. After this, you'll be untouchable.
I sure hope so. All right. How do I get on this island? By boat?
I doubt it. Coastline's under surveillance.
So I swim across. All right. What then?
Kaya's wrote a program that can help us. If you can upload it into their system, it'll corrupt all the data they've got in their database. Their systems, the archives, it'll all be lost.
Allowing us to cover our tracks.
It's our best shot at making it through this. You'll just have to insert it into a computer that's on their network. That's absolutely essential. Any questions?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Can't we do it remotely?
Your plan sounds pretty old school. There's no way to do that remotely?
We've tried, but Leto's agents weren't able to breach their security. Their network's too highly protected. That's
Can we find somebody that has remote access?
I see. Am I allowed to take a partner? I'd feel a lot better about this if I had someone covering my back.
I understand, but that's not possible. We're already taking a risk by sending a person in to infiltrate their hideout.
Got it. So, let me get this straight. You want me to infiltrate the enemy base alone? The same enemies who just slaughtered half the camp.
Quit whining. You can have help.
Oh, really?
Your task will not be easy. You'll need a diversion while you sabotage their system. A raid near their base, for example.
That could work. Who will you send?
I refuse to sacrifice any more of our people. So we might as well send in the riffraff. The Anarchs could do the job.
Come again?
You heard me. I want you to go see them and ask them to go with you to Long Island.
You're trying to thin their herd.
I'm balancing the scales, that's all.
They can't stand us. They'll never agree to fight for us. Let alone on their own without us.
They don't have to know they'll be alone. Lead them to believe our forces will join up with them.
Oh, Jesus.
SI is a threat to the entire city. They're just as concerned as we are.
Man, so we're basically just gonna lie the fuck off to these people.
Send someone else to negotiate. A real emissary.
No one else knows the Anarchs as well as you do. They go to your clubs, don't they? They know who you are. They know they can trust you.
I barely know them. I see a couple of them once in a while, but that's it. We're not exactly friends.
You're still in the best position to negotiate with them.
Yeah. I'm not comfortable with the idea of sending them to be slaughtered. It's despicable.
It's just politics. And it's probably your only chance to come back in one piece.
What if I refuse?
I won't let you. Your conscience is of no concern to me. The only thing that matters is our survival. And too bad if it keeps you up at night.
Damn! She straight up told us.
Let's say I agree.
You don't have a choice, but I'll humor you.
How am I supposed to go about it? I can't just go chasing down every Anarch I know to ask for their help.
There's only one Anarch that counts. Their Baron.
Randall Thane?
That's right. He's in charge of the
Oh, Randall Thane. Didn't he come up in Vampire the Masquerade, Coteries of New York?
I've got an idea of who I can ask. What can I use as leverage?
Am I mistaken?
Try to negotiate.
Money, favors. Offer them whatever seems useful.
All right.
One more thing. Don't tell anyone about your task, not even your sire. I don't want the council poking their noses into this. That will be all. I'm counting on you, Emem. Be careful, and good luck.
I'm gonna need it.
I'm counting on you, Emem. Bow, 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 bow.
I'm sorry I wasn't here to meet you when you got back. I was busy.
Don't apologize. I missed you, McAndrews. The Jefferson Library, it was hell. I really thought I wasn't gonna make it, that I wouldn't see you again.
Wow.
Excuse me?
That's all that inspires in you?
You haven't spoken to me like that since our breakup. I'm just a little surprised.
What are you talking about? We never
broke up. It's been 30 years, Emem.
What? I don't remember.
Come on. I get the feeling we need to clear up a few things.
Yeah.
Come on, tell me what's going on.
The Warlocks. I knew their library would leave a mark. They fucked with my head.
So, if I understand right, you have no memory of our breakup.
None whatsoever. I really thought that I mean, you know.
There's a reason the Warlocks have a bad reputation.
And you said it's been 30 years?
More or less.
That seems like forever. And then again, the blink of an eye for us.
Believe
yeah.
me, it's a long 30 years.
When I was there with the Tremere, I saw things, glimpses of the past. It was like I was reliving certain episodes of my past. I guess that's what Osborne meant when he told me about the memories.
Wow.
What exactly did you see?
I saw my attack with the Knights. I need to know. What happened after that? Did they pay for what they did to me?
It's a long story, Mem. And it's not really a happy one.
That's all the more reason. I want to know what happened. It's my memory, not some game.
Exactly. I don't want to see you suffer again. I won't allow it.
Oh.
But it's not your choice. It's not you we're talking about. It's me. I can't just sit here not knowing.
I won't tell you a thing.
Hilda, please.
I said no.
Wow.
There's no point in insisting.
Fine. Whatever you want. That's all.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again. I can't imagine how upsetting it must have been.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that with me.
I'm sorry. I've gotta go. I need to take some time to process all of this.
I'm guessing there's probably some more memories I could have found that might have expanded that dialogue conversation.
What kind of task?
I'm sorry, but I can't talk about it. Hazel made that exceedingly clear. If she thinks things are better like that, I believe her.
For God's sake, Emem, I'm your sire. You should trust me, not that snake in the grass.
Personally, I've never had anything bad to say about Hazel.
Unlike me. Is that it? You'd be singing a different tune if you knew what I know.
If I knew what?
Nothing. You wouldn't believe me anyways.
Fine. I'll just make your life miserable and spill the beans.
Seriously?
You know how stubborn I can be when I want something.
Hazel's a smart woman. She knows what she needs to do to get what she wants. And she wants you.
That's going too far.
You think it's an honor, but you should really be worried. Hazel never does anything she's not sure she'll benefit from, which means she bend her will. She's careful to hide her secrets from you, safe behind her herald. Tonight could be your last chance to discover them. Very well. Let's move on. You're right. You should go get some rest, and do think over what we've discussed. Promise me you'll be careful.
I'll try.
Bum 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 bum. Hey, somebody's at my front door. I've learned after last time, go everywhere, search everything.
Do you think we
right, you heard her. Double time. I can't wait to be done with this. All I'm hearing tonight is Lazarus do this.
What do we do if the
Lazarus
hunters
do
show
that.
up?
Well, she's not dead.
There you are. I've been looking for you for hours. Where have you been?
Do I know you?
Ha.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
You're a real comedian. Seriously, where have you been?
I'm sorry, but I don't think we've ever met.
What the hell? What's the matter with you?
Shit. My little visit to the Warlocks. I think it left a mark. I'm sorry, I'm really confused.
Are you fucking kidding me? Emem, we've always been there for each other. You're my twin flame.
I don't remember.
What a fucking nightmare. What's going on? We were... Damn it. I'm sorry, I have to think.
Dang. So she doesn't remember me at all. Okay, so huh. Okay.
The arena. Hilda's favorite playground. I don't know if I'd manage as well.
There you are. I heard about your little trip to see the Warlocks. Sounds like you're starting to get the hang of the machinations of the court. Unfortunately, you'll need more than diplomacy to survive the SI.
So you know about it?
The whole court does. Backstage, people are checking their scripts. There are some who are already thinking of running away.
Everyone's heard about London. I get why they're scared. Nobody expected to see hunters on the coast.
And for good reason. You seem to be taking
Yes, we are taking every precaution,
But
as I
now
zoned
that
out
they're
there for a
here,
second
we'll have
because
to
I'm
do
thinking
something.
about work.
Or leave. I made my choice when they hit London. Now it's your turn. You'll need to be careful, darling, and surround yourself with associates you can trust.
That's a rare commodity around here.
You've got your sire. Hilda was furious after you left for the library. She really seemed worried about you.
As always. But I survived.
You did. Actually, when you were there, did you run into my emissary? I still haven't heard anything.
I found your associate. Or what was left of him. The Warlocks did him in long before the Code Red.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Why?
He probably disappointed them. It doesn't take much to piss them off.
Osborne will pay for what he did.
Ooh.
Your emissary had stolen something. Some sort of alchemical formula. It appears they were trying to preserve the properties of the blood. The report will be of more use to you than it is to me.
Oh, Crawford. Thank you. We've been turning in circles for years. We're way behind. This paper will accelerate our research.
Alright.
I've told you everything I know.
And it's precious. The question now is whether this paper is worth the unlife that the Warlocks stole.
What if it's not?
Then Osborn will get no rest. But it's not your problem anymore. You've done enough already. This work,
okay,
blood, even if it's minor, is extremely valuable. Our cities are teeming with kindred and our enemies are legion. If we don't learn how to control our blood supply, our species will inevitably decline.
That explains why these agreements were so important to Hazel.
She wants to hold the key to our survival. Think of the power she would have if she could do it. But she's not the only one in the race anymore. Thanks to you. Thanks, Emem. If I can do anything to repay you, let me know.
I always wondered how a city like London could fall. A kindred stronghold? That old?
Wiped out in just a few nights.
Hold on a second. I'm just looking at my clock. Yeah, I am gonna have to wrap this up, unfortunately.
What was it like? Do you remember the attack?
It's not a very pleasant memory.
Oof. Yeah. I had to try.
Those bastards really did a number on a lot of folks. But I need info on them.
Why?
I'm not allowed to talk about it. But trust me, it's important.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I'd rather not talk about it. I don't want to relive that nightmare.
Okay.
I get it. Sorry. You've been around Miss Iverson for a few nights now.
I've had that honor, it's true.
She's not the first prince you've associated with. You're used to dealing with people in powerful positions. So, what do you think of her?
I admire her strength and her ambition.
But?
She's been too lax with her court. Otherwise, we wouldn't be in this mess. I wonder if she'll learn anything from this ordeal. If she survives it.
That's harsh. But at least you're honest.
Always with you.
I'm hoping I don't have too much. I'm just gonna try to finish this dialogue tree and then we're gonna bounce real fast.
Things got a little tense when the topic of the Second Inquisition came up.
I can imagine the shockwave.
We're at the court. People try to save face. But I saw a few masks start to dissolve. The next few hours are going to be decisive.
Okay.
This is gonna sound weird, but have you ever heard of memory magic?
No, never heard of it. Where'd you hear about that?
My visit to the Warlocks.
Huh.
I don't know what they did, but they got inside my head.
The Tremere are brilliant, but dangerous. Iverson should never have sent you there alone.
I learned my lesson.
Okay.
Hazel wants to send me back out there tonight. She's trying to get help from the Anarchs.
Well, aren't we the elite soldier to send behind enemy lines?
I'd appreciate any advice you could give me. I've spent a lot of time with the Anarchs, but never in a situation like this.
They should give her quite a bit of
I
dialogue.
imagine that'll depend on what your prince wants to negotiate. If you hang around with them, then you know they're proud. Stubborn.
So you think there's no hope?
Everyone has their weakness. You just need the right button to push.
I know they're always fighting over scraps of power. Could I use that to my advantage?
That's an interesting flaw. That's the exact reason the Anarch movement has always had a hard time solidifying. It's risky, but it could work to your advantage. You should expect some resistance from them. Some will likely try to put you on your heels or even lie to you outright. Don't let yourself be fooled by them.
I'll try not to forget it. Thanks, Victoria.
It's my pleasure.
Okay.
It's gonna be a long night. No matter what happens tonight. I'm happy I got to see you again.
Why does that sound like goodbye? Emem?
It's gonna be fine. See you later.
Be careful.
Okay. So let's go ahead and close it out there. Oh. Okay, so with that, we're gonna go ahead and call it for the evening or the afternoon. This is gonna be really rushed, but I hope you'll join us tonight. We're doing Dead by Daylight. So until then, thank you everybody for watching. Have a wonderful lunch, have a wonderful afternoon, and we'll see you next time. Bye.